Hey everybody, Greg Benson here. By now, you probably know that I've done several videos about homelessness because homelessness is something that I believe is solvable, and honestly it's a cause that I try to do what I can to help. And I wanted to make this video for two reasons. One, to point out that I have a video on my main channel right now that I made for Prank It Forward. It's called Homeless Day Spa Surprise. It's a really cool video. Please watch it and please share it, because the more that video gets shared, the more money is raised for charity. And that's thanks to Prank It Forward. It's a great video, and I hope you enjoy it. We put a lot of work into it. This video goes into depth with interviews with some of the subjects, some of the people who are currently living on the street, who we were able to interview on the day that we shot our big video for them. What I'd like for you to take away from this video really is a sense of empathy for homeless people. Who are they? How do people get homeless? How do they escape homelessness and get back into regular life? And a sense also that they could be anyone. They could be your family, your friends. They could be your father, mother, daughter, son. You know, they're just people. And I really hope that you can watch this, share it with your friends, and just kind of get a sense of people are people, and do what you can to treat people with dignity and respect. Thank you for watching this, and see you guys later.
I've been out here going on 2 years. I was running from a domestic violence situation. My husband was abusive, and I came out here to start over, not knowing that it's pretty rough to get housing out here. I'm thinking about going back to work, school, all that good stuff, but it's hard when you don't have a place to stay every day to get, you know, the proper rest. I'm on medication. I have a mental health issue.
Learning to sleep outside has been really hard. To close your eyes and go to sleep, you tend to stay up.
Many people don't appreciate veterans, or they look at people that are homeless as worthless. We're not. We all have feelings. We all care as much as the next person.
We feel the same as we did when we had money, but we have very little money to live on and to eat on. And so we need assistance from the government to subsidize the housing for 1/3 of our pay so that we can live in a nice, clean home again.
My husband passed away. I had a nervous breakdown, and I had nowhere to go. And when I came to, I was here in Glendale and at the hospital, and they brought me over here, and I stayed, treated me like a family.
We're a homeless services agency for the greater Glendale area. The entire process of moving somebody from the streets into housing can be quite daunting and labor intensive. There's the outreach and rapport building to even get them to come in or access services to begin with. There's a waiting game a lot of times that people have to go through. And in that time, because of the issues they have that they face, they tend to give up quite easily. So they need a lot of encouragement, a lot of assistance.
You start believing that you're not good anymore. You know, like your self-esteem has gone down the drain.
I gotta sell my pride every day. You know, panhandling sucks, and they're like, why don't you get another hustle? I don't want to steal. I don't want to have to rob. I don't want to have to do something scandalous.
It's very hard, especially when you don't have a car to look for a place on your own. See, I'm just looking on the path instead of off the beaten path, and everything on the beaten path is taken. There's a 1 to 5 year waiting list.
One point, I slept in a convalescent home that my aunt was in up until I came here.
I used to have a good job. I used to be a mechanical designer. I worked for McDonnell Douglas. I was making 18 to 24 bucks an hour. I had a bad crack problem, and basically that's what put me on the street. And that's where I've been ever since. So it's time for me to get a place and start cleaning up a little bit.
My family just doesn't know how to handle seeing me medicated, or they just don't understand mental illness. So I didn't have the proper support, and now I'm here homeless again.
We've been sleeping in driveways and offices that closed down, and which the police kicked us out of Starbus because they gave us permission to sleep at Starbus after hours, after Starbus is closed. But the police said that they had complaints, so they kicked us out the night before last. So we were just wandering the streets.
The one thing I would like is a place of my own. I really need that.
I've been on the waiting list here before in the past, and I've had friends in here that have come here in the past and gotten their lives together. You know, it's never too late for somebody, because you don't know the person's background or where they come from, so you can't place that judgment. There's been plenty of people off the streets to make a success for themselves. It should only be a temporary thing.
I mean, that could be us out there, and I mean, that's someone's son, daughter, brother, sister, you know, mom, dad. It's not just some random person. That's a human being, a life that deserves to be respected and housed and employed and just treated with respect, what all of us deserve.
I will continue to utilize their services, and then when I'm able to, I will volunteer my time, and I will take some of my money and feed the residents like the other people would come in and feed us. I want to do the same thing. I want to give at least a little bit back. If I can't build shelters and take care of everybody, at least I could feed a couple of people.
I can see a light at the end of the tunnel where I didn't before.